What if taking old age security at the wrong time meant losing over $3,000 a year? What if waiting just a little longer could boost your monthly income for life? These aren't just what ifs, they're real choices Canadians are facing right now. Hi, I'm here to tell you why experts are pushing for major OAS reform and how it affects you more than you think. OAS in 2025. Let's start with the basics. In 2025, if you're between 65 and 74, you can expect to receive around $727 a month from OAS. Once you turn 75, that amount bumps up to about $800. But here's the twist. It's not free money floating in a bubble. OAS is tied closely to your net income. If your income crosses around $93,454 a year, the government begins to take back part of your benefit. This is what's known as the OAS clawback. Now imagine this. Robert turns 65 and happily starts taking OAS. But by tax time, his retirement income, rental property, and investments push his income above the clawback line. Without knowing it, he loses a big part of that benefit. If Robert had waited or adjusted his income sources, he could have kept more of his OAS. This is why planning matters. The big decision. So, if OAS starts at 65, why wait? Well, if you delay your OAS up to age 70, you could see a 36% increase in your monthly payment. That means instead of $700, you'd receive closer to $989 every single month. It's like giving yourself a permanent raise just for waiting. Let me introduce you to Jane. She's 64, still working part-time, and doesn't need the OAS yet. By deferring it, she avoids triggering the clawback and positions herself for a higher benefit at 70. It also gives her breathing room to withdraw from her RRSPs in a tax-friendly way, without overlapping too many income sources. This strategy gives Florence more control, more flexibility, and more money over time. It's not the right fit for everyone, but for those who can wait, it's a smart move. Why some people still take OAS at 65. Now, what if you can't wait? That's okay too. Let's talk about the other side. Meet Zara. She's turning 65, has a modest TFSA, owns a small condo, and her monthly bills are already tight. Waiting until 70 would mean dipping into savings, or worse, using credit cards. That's not a good plan. For Zara, starting OAS at 65 makes sense. It helps her stay afloat, cover everyday expenses, and avoid unnecessary debt. Yes, she gives up the 36% bonus, but she gains peace of mind. And that's just as valuable. Another reason to take OAS earlier? Estate planning. Some people want their investments to keep growing for their kids or grandkids. By using OAS to pay day-to-day expenses, they leave their other assets untouched, growing in value for the future. The clawback trap. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make, not planning around the clawback. Let's say you're drawing income from a RRIF, rental properties, or part-time work. Add old age security on top, and suddenly, you could cross the clawback threshold without even realizing it. That means losing part, or even all, of your benefit. Now let's look at Rita and James, both turning 65 in 2025. Rita is wrapping up a high-paying consulting contract. Her income is already near the clawback zone, so if she adds OAS now, a chunk of it could be taken back by the government. James, on the other hand, retired early and lives on a modest pension. His income is well below the clawback level, so starting OAS at 65 is the right move for him. After looking at their numbers, Rita chooses to delay her OAS to avoid clawbacks and boost her future payments. James starts collecting right away to support his living costs. Both made smart decisions, but very different ones, because they had a plan tailored to their situations. Don't let OAS work against you. OAS should be part of a bigger retirement strategy, not a random guess. When you plan around OAS, you can reduce your taxes, avoid clawbacks, increase monthly income later in life, protect your estate, or even coordinate with RRSP or RIFF withdrawals. If you don't plan, you could lose thousands of dollars over time. And it's not just about the money. It's about knowing you've done everything you can to retire comfortably and confidently. Why experts want OAS reform. Now you may be wondering, why are experts calling for reform? Here's the truth. OAS was built decades ago for a different kind of retirement. Back then, most people had company pensions. Fewer had real estate or side businesses, and retirement income was simpler. But today, people retire later. They juggle multiple income streams. They live longer. And many middle-income Canadians now face the risk of losing benefits due to outdated clawback rules. Experts believe OAS should be more flexible, with better options for people to coordinate it with other income sources. Some even suggest raising the clawback threshold or adjusting how it scales with inflation. Until that happens, it's up to you to be proactive. So, what should you do next? Old age security isn't one size fits all. The best time to start depends on your income, health, savings, taxes, and how long you expect to live. Run your numbers each year, watch for the clawback zone, and coordinate OAS with other income. Decide if you need money now or can wait for more later. Most importantly, build a plan and revisit it as life changes. Because when it comes to OAS, timing isn't just important, it's everything. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more clear, friendly retirement advice that actually works. Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only. Always consult a licensed financial advisor or visit canada.ca for the latest updates.